never-ending cycle, and one day I just hope I could break it, girl.
YouTube, what's going on? It's Juan Gotti here with another Washington Commanders video, and in today's video, I'm coming on here with a video where we're going to be talking about realistic expectations for Jonathan Allen and Daron Payne. So without further ado, let's get straight into today's video. But before we do, make sure you guys go down below, leave a like on this video, subscribe if you're new, and turn on post notifications so you get notified when I upload a video about the NFL, or in this case, our Washington Commanders. We're on the road to 6,000 subscribers, so please hit that subscribe button again if you haven't already. Thank you so much. Let's get straight into today's video. So, the Washington Commanders, 2 interior defense alignment. What is my realistic expectations for them? As we know, we got 2 of the best interior defense alignments in the NFL. I will arguably say we have the best duo in the interior. We got John Allen, Daron Payne. I'm not even talking about the whole group, because you got Fedorian Mathis, who is coming off of a season-ending injury in his rookie year, so we don't know what he's still yet. The jury's still out on him. I think he's going to be really well. Then you got John Ridgway, who we know is a monster. I love our interior defensive line group. It's kind of giving me old vibes when it was John Allen, Daron Payne, Matt Ioannidis, Tim Settle vibes. Seems like that's what it's getting over here. Jonathan Allen, Daron Payne both got paid. Obviously, Jonathan Allen got paid 2 seasons ago. Daron Payne getting paid this offseason, 2 off seasons ago. And Jonathan Allen so rightfully deserved his contract at the time. A team leader, coming off of his best year as far as production. He means so much more to this team than just Jonathan Allen, the football player. Again, like I mentioned, the leader. He's the guy that I love hearing speak the most. He's going to tell you how it is. He isn't going to shy away. He's a guy that includes himself. And, you know, sometimes these guys like to get in the media, you know, blame their team or talk about their team, but not include themselves. He includes himself and stuff like that. Oh, we got to be better. I have to be better. We weren't good enough. We completely sucked. All of that. The goal is to make the playoffs. The goal is to win a Super Bowl. And we're not cutting it. He's going to tell you how it is. You know? That's why I love Jonathan Allen just in general. He's a really good person, player. He helps out the community, obviously. He's from the area, so he definitely is considered a hometown guy. Daron Payne got paid this offseason. Rightfully deserves, coming off of his best year, 11.5 sacks. I just want to say he tied the all-time franchise record for sacks in the season. Daron Payne got his money. You know, it was at times where I personally felt like he wasn't going to resign here. It's not necessarily that Washington wanted. We made it clear that we wanted him. I felt like Daron Payne wanted to be elsewhere, but it turned out he didn't, and he got paid, and he is back where he belongs. And I'm super excited about it, man. We got to come up with a name for these guys. I was thinking most of like Brothers of Destruction. You know, Kane, Undertaker, Brothers of Destruction, because they destruct things. But I don't know. Maybe we can come up with something more different. But that is one thing that at least I haven't heard anything like. You know, some of these duos in the NFL got names. We call them the Bama Wall, but I feel like that's a little too, you know, regular. We got to spice it up and find these guys some names. But Daron Payne, coming off his best season, pass rusher. He was electric last season. Pretty much won us the game versus the Falcons. He had made countless other plays. Again, like I said, 11.5 sacks last year. So, you know, he was in the backfield plenty of times. I'm just hoping that these guys keep it up, you know. I don't want it to be like they get paid and then their play decreases, right? John Allen, I think he had 7.5 sacks last year, so not quite the amount that he had the year prior, but he was effective in other departments, all right? And he has some injury issues too. So I'm hoping, first and foremost, these guys can stay healthy all 17 weeks, because we're going to need them. And secondly, if they both can give me 10.5 or at least 10 sacks, you know, 10 sacks, you know, I'm fine with it, right? 10 sacks, and if you say 9.5, 8.5, with a couple of, you know, forced fumbles or maybe an interception or, you know, pass deflection into interception, you know, it's kind of weird, right? Because as much as I want to say 10.5 for both, it's hard because they're interior guys. So I actually got to think about it like that. I want 10.5 for both, but I also want Chase Young, Montez Sweat to be that guy to, you know, get those sacks. Because really, if we're thinking about the defensive tackle position in the its entirety. The D tackles are really supposed to be the setup guys. They're supposed to be the ones that's creating the interior pressure to allow the exterior pressure, Montez Sweat and Chase Young, our edge rushers, to close in and get the actual sacks. So yeah, I want 10.5 for both. But if they could just be those guys. Be those guys that's going to create interior pressure to not allow the quarterback to step up in the pocket. Because, you know, if a quarterback can't step up in the pocket, that's what he hates the most. Yeah, exterior pressure is bad, but what can he do? When he can escape exterior pressure, he can step up in the pocket and escape the exterior pressure. But interior pressure, where are you going to go? You can try to run around, but then Chase Young, Montez Sweat is there, right? So, as much as I would love, and my standard for them would probably be like 10 sacks, right? I got to realize that they may not be able to get that because of the season that I think Montez Sweat and Chase Young could potentially have. However, it's not just because that's what I think they can have. That's not necessarily saying that they will have that. So they very well could both go out there and give me 10. You know what I'm saying? If Daron give me 8.5, John give me 9, 7.5, but then Chase Young got like 12, or Tez got 10.5. Like, if somebody got some type of crazy astronomical number, then I'll be like, fine, right? But if our interior guys are the guys that's punishing, give me 10, baby. You can. I think even so, because the Eagles, what they had, like 7 people that had double-digit sacks last year. So even though it may be a little reaching in a sense, they could all really get 10 sacks for real. But I'm gonna be realistic. Realistically, I'm going to say John Allen give me 8.5. He has an interception. And I think I think he is going to have probably, you know, a lot of pressures, right? A lot of pressures. I think Daron is going to be the guy with the more sacks. I do. I think Daron may give me 9.5. I think Daron may have about 4 pass deflections that could potentially lead to interceptions, because you know we got ball hawks in that secondary now. Emmanuel Forbes. Cam Curl is now a guy that he's not necessarily a ball hog, but he's a guy that's prone to those kind of interceptions that them batted up in the edge ounce. Quan Martin. I think we got some ball hogs in that secondary. Kendall Fuller clearly is the guy that is the interception guy back there. So I think that is my realistic expectation. I would love for both of these guys to get these double-digit sacks, right? But if we really want to talk about the defensive tackle position in itself, their job is to really stop the run, create interior pressure for our exterior guys to get the numbers, right? Because if they get the interior pressure like they're supposed to get, their numbers aren't going to show on paper. But if you're watching them, you know that that's what their job's supposed to be. Now, I'm not saying that they don't need to get sacks or they shouldn't get sacked. But all I'm saying is, guys, if these guys have a season where their numbers are pretty much lower, but Chase Young is eating, Montez Sweat is eating, you got to think it's because of the guys in the middle. Because, again, those guys are the ones that set it up. Now, I don't think those are the kind of D tackles we got, though. We got hunters, right? We got hunters. Daron coming off 11.5. John had 9 the year prior to the last. Last season, he had 7.5. So we got guys that's going to go get them, right? But I don't want it to be necessarily like, oh, if they didn't get it, then they had a trash season. The only way these guys have a trash season if the D-line as a whole is terrible, right? Nobody stopping a run. Like, if we're being realistic, I'm more concerned and worried about them stopping a run than I am getting sacks. I want my sacks to really come from my edge rushers, right? Chase Young, Montez Sweat, KJ Henry, James Smith-Williams. I want my sacks to come from those guys, really. Their job, I'm more concerned about them stopping that run. How is the quarterback looking? We're facing Josh Allen this year. We're facing Russell Wilson. We're facing Jalen Hurts twice a year. Dak Prescott, Daniel Jones. How is the interior pressure looking? Can these guys step up in the pocket? Are they uncomfortable when it comes to trying to step up in the pocket? What is that looking like? And that's more so what I'm worried about with my D tackles. Again, I would love for Daron Payne to get 10 sacks. That's my standard for them, really. That's what I want. That's what I think they can get. But if they don't reach that goal, if they're effective in any other category or any other way, I'm totally fine with it. So although that is my standard because that's what I think they can reach, I'm not going to be pissed if they don't reach it. If they're in the ballpark, cool, because that means they're active elsewhere, and their real job is to create that interior pressure for our exterior guys. You feel me? So there you have it. Let me know what you guys think about this video in the comment section down below. What is your realistic expectations for the Bama Wall? I'm calling them the Brothers of Destruction. What are you calling them? Leave it down below. As always, me and boy Juan Gotti. Like, comment, subscribe. Hail to the Washington Commanders. We're on the road to 6,000 subscribers, so please, please, please hit that subscribe button again if you haven't already. See you guys next time. I'm out. Peace.
We the kings of the East, I hope you're hearing what I'm saying. The DMV behind you, commanders. Now it's time to step in the field and take command. 1932, we was established. We been running the NFC East every year after like. We got the best fans in the league. You cut through our skin, it's burning gold where we bleed. Cause hail to the commanders, we the best in the league. We fight for DC and the whole DMV. We got a new name but still got the same rings though. We got a new name but still on the same mission though. And that's the what it's about, we fall back to the city.